Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum and welcome to Sports Extra. I'm your host Ahmed Nawaz with the latest roundup of sports today. Before we start the show and I tell you what we're discussing, I just want to say thank you to all of our viewers of Sports Extra and PTV World in particular, because the Sports Extra family has made us reach 100,000 views across platforms. So thank you very much to all of you and congratulations to each and one of you for being a proud member of the Sports Extra family and PTV World fraternity as well. It's because of you that we bring you all of this exclusive content and what drives us to daily come to the office and do the program as well, to be honest. But then again, like I said, each and every one of you is special. For those who engage us on Facebook Live on the platform of PTV Sports through the facility of Facebook Live, for those of you who are tuned into YouTube live streaming our platforms as well on PTV World, and for everyone that is joining us courtesy of PTV World, all of you are a proud member of our family as well. So thank you to each and every one of you. That being said, let's take a look at what we're discussing. First of all, we talk about Pakistan versus Australia. The T20 series, of course, continues now as we head to the SCG, and it's very interesting stats at the Sydney Cricket Ground, where the majority average score has been close to 160, while if you talk about the highest ever run chase, that has been above 200, and the highest total is beyond 220, that was by Australia against England. So it's been very interesting. But then again, if you look at traditionally the SCG, it's bound to support a bit of batting as well, but then again spinners' role I think is vital on this surface as well. So it's going to be very interesting how Pakistan come back, because to be honest, 7 overs of cricket doesn't have enough for you. And obviously when you talk about the dynamics of the games, the Gabba itself has a very steep bounce. It's very difficult for Pakistan to adapt, but Australians adapted very well. And I think the key missing element from Pakistan was that we were trying to take wickets forcefully while we should have defended runs, and that would have been much better. The length ball, when you try to bowl it quick, is a bit better, but if you try to go fuller length, if you try those slow balls, Haris bowled 5 of them in his second over and got hit all over the park because Maxwell was on song because of that bounce. So I think that tennis ball bounce really helped the batters for Australia as well. But then again, like I said, 7 overs of cricket, the home side is bound to dominate, and that's what we saw as well. So we of course discussed that in detail and what changes Pakistan might make in the SCG as well. Then of course we move on and we discuss with you more particular things on Sports Extra, and it's the Champions Trophy. The trophy now is on a tour to Pakistan. The trophy has arrived and the promo has been released as well. Of course, it's been fantastic. Pakistan green truck art. Now the trophy which we're defending obviously takes place as well. India's belligerent attitude continues, but I think I'm way past that now. I want to focus on the cricket and the glory of the Champions Trophy in all its colors that takes place in Pakistan. And like I said, all of you can get your exclusive view of this trophy once it tours various cities of Pakistan as well. We'll show you that once we move on to its report. Then of course we move on and we discuss the Qaid-e-Azam Trophy cricket tournament in detail, all the latest updates for Qaid-e-Azam Trophy, the sides that are victorious, the sides that have dominated. We'll give you all the updates regarding Pakistan's premier first class tournament. Then we move on and we discuss something very interesting, and that is of course that we talk about Mike Tyson taking on Jake Paul now. Now this is something interesting, and what's more interesting that during the weigh-ins Tyson slapped Jake Paul, and that got very violent. And now obviously people have their health concerns regarding Mike Tyson, but for those of us who have watched the peak of Mike Tyson, you really should be worried if you're standing on the other side of this ring. So it's going to be a very interesting fight. We'll give you all the details and updates regarding that as well. And then, like I said, I'm going to be discussing something very particular regarding Fox Cricket. I'll give you the details where Fox Cricket has named Javed Miandad Saab as the best batter for Pakistan as well. So we'll discuss that. Time now to introduce the guest. First of all, joining us in studios is first class cricketer and our cricket expert Kashif Majid. Assalamu alaikum. How are you, sir?
Perfectly all right.
Thank you for joining us. We've also been joined by cricket commentator, international broadcaster, presenter and our sports expert Asif Ahmed. Assalamu alaikum. How are you, sir?
Walaikum assalam, Ahmed. I'm very well, thank you.
And we've also been joined by senior sports journalist Syed Haider. Assalamu alaikum, Haider Saab. Welcome to the show, sir.
Walaikum assalam, Ahmed. Thank you very much. I'm very fine. I hope you will be fine also.
I'm very fine, sir. Thank you very much for joining us as well. Now let's take a look at this report regarding Pakistan versus Australia, and then we continue.
After winning the historic ODI series, the Pakistan national cricket team suffered a comprehensive 29-run defeat in the opening T20 international of the 3-match series against Australia. The first T20 international between these two teams was reduced to 7 overs due to rain. Australia's Glenn Maxwell top scored with 43 runs, guiding the host to a total of 93. While chasing, Pakistan collapsed against the host pace bowling attack, losing their first 6 wickets within just a few overs. As a result, they were restricted to 64 runs for the loss of 9 wickets in 7 overs. Former Pakistan skipper Babar Azam broke 2 records in the first T20 international against Australia. Babar surpassed all-rounder Shoaib Malik to become the most capped T20 international player for Pakistan. The first T20 international against Australia was Babar's 124th, breaking Malik's record of 123 appearances for the Green Shirts. Babar Azam has taken 52 catches throughout his T20 international career, surpassing Fakhar Zaman, who had previously held the record with 50 catches. The Pakistan cricket team has arrived in Sydney for the second T20 international, which will be played on November 16. Both Australia and Pakistan have met only once at the Sydney Cricket Ground, and the game ended in a no result. Australia leads the 3-match series by 1-0.
And there you have it, all you need to know about the details of this T20 series in this report, courtesy of our team. Sabah, of course, gives us the details. And of course, now we move on to the second T20 international. And as I said, the stats speaks for themselves as well. Sir Haider, how would you analyze? Pakistan have had a very successful tour so far. Unfortunately, 7 overs of cricket is something we can't really analyze. But I must give credit to the ground staff at Gaba as well. The reason was that it takes quite some time to make sure that the ground is, set after showers that we saw at the stadium. But I think credit, they were on song and they made it ready immediately for the game to take place. Even 7 overs was a miracle when nobody was expecting. But now, because Pakistan moves to the SCG, complete 20 overs of cricket, obviously now our planning and execution can take part.
Yes, Ahmed, it's really a very good work by the groundman in Brisbane, that after heavy lightning and drizzling and some raining and bad weather, they have prepared the ground for at least for 7 hours match. It was entertainment for the people there. They were waiting for a long time to get some cricket, to watch some cricket. But it's unfair to criticize Pakistan cricket team if there's 7 or short overs match. It's always not easy to get so much score in the 7 overs if you are playing in the second innings, if you are batting in second innings. I think at this moment when the Rizwan won the toss, I think he should go bat first. It could be better for the Pakistan if Pakistan could get some runs, 70 plus or 60 or 70 plus. Then it could be harder for the Australian team, Australian batting, because they are already surviving against the Pakistani bowlers, and it could be better than what we have got the result in the end, because Pakistan batting in 7 overs to chase the 93 runs, it is always very difficult. What can we see there? The power hitting, it is really Pakistan is missing. If you see the inning of the Glenn Maxwell, he was not playing the conventional shots. He was on the reverse flicks or reverse sweep like shots. That it means that if you are versatile, if you can get some fraction shots in the T20 cricket in short overs match, then you can be successful. Otherwise, if you will go for the conventional shots, all the Pakistani batters, they were in aggression mode. They wanted to chase the target, but they were playing conventional shots. So it was only the difference between Pakistan and Australian team that Glenn Maxwell, he has played a very good inning, very fine inning with the reverse sweep and reverse flick. Otherwise, Pakistan was also in the same mood, same direction as the Australian did. If you see the other batters from the Australia, they were not in such form like the Glenn Maxwell. So I think it was just 50-50 match in 7 overs match. But what could be in the SCG in Sydney? Sydney, as you have spoken right now, that Sydney is just another pitch like Brisbane. Brisbane is a fast pitch, bouncy wicket. But the Sydney, it helps a little bit to the spinners. So it would be very interesting that how the Pakistani bowlers, they will do it on this SCG ground, because Adam Zampa is the best spinner at this moment in both teams, and he could be effective. If the Pakistan is going with all the four fast bowlers, then it will be very interesting, because in this case, the Pakistan will have only the one regular spinner, Salman Ali Agha. Otherwise, Salman Ali Agha and any other spinner who will be available to bowl the spin ball, if they will go with the 4 fast bowlers. So it will be very interesting in the SCG. But in the scenario of the Pakistan, what is going in the whole the series, I give 70-30 to the Pakistan because Pakistan in good position to win the match in Sydney.
Well, certainly, and I think it's very particular that we discuss these, performances in detail as well. But Kashif, I think for Maxwell's sake, I made this comment the other day as well. I'll say it again, that whenever Maxwell has tried to be a technically sound batter, he's gotten out. But when he's played his fluency and natural game, he's really been successful. But obviously, not much comparison in 7 overs of cricket. Now, because we move on to the SCG, the real question is who's going to be that spinner for Pakistan?
Ahmed, first of all, let's talk about SCG for the past 5-6 years. In Test arena, we have seen SCG doing that typical SCG thing with third and fourth day, and the fifth day belongs to the spinners. But when it comes to the white ball cricket, I haven't seen that pitch deteriorating much of it, and most probably it's a batter friendly track, but still the fast bowler have got so much to do in that track. Second important thing, the spinner Pakistan, I couldn't see anyone getting chance in SCG2 because most probably if we're talking about the spinner, Salman Ali can be the one guy who's been playing as a spinner. Sufyan Mukim, there was a talk of town about Sufyan Mukim, then there is Irfan Minhas. So let's see if Rizwan is making some changes, because then who will be the one guy to be rested when we talk about the fast bowling lineup, because everyone is doing good. Most probably the weaker link right now is Naseem Shah because he's conceding some runs. Talking about the batting lineup, I still think the middle order of Pakistan, of course it's in a transition phase, but still we want someone to be there who can play the spin and the fast bowling equally well. Going through Glenn Maxwell's comment, which you said about, I think when a player who has got the ability of Maxwell, he get bored playing those normal cricketing shots, and he most probably lost focus at times when you are just going for the normal cricketing strokes. So he's extra vigilant when he is playing those strokes, coming to face Naseem Shah, very first ball, playing the reverse sweep, reverse scoop, reverse flick, whatever you say. And I guess this is where the Maxwell strength lies in. And
that happens when you're accustomed to that bounce, because obviously they were much more acclimatized to those conditions. He realized that that length ball is going to rise, that he can play that reverse scoop.
And one more important thing, when we talk about Glenn Maxwell, this is where he looks good too. We don't want Maxwell to play those normal cricketing strokes because we have got 10 other guys doing the same stuff. Maxwell is something different. He's pro max for us, and this is where I think he just stole the show. 93, 94 runs in 7 overs is beyond, way beyond our expectations, and I still believe one thing in our bowling lineup, we have to adapt to the certain cricketing changes these days, the modern day techniques of playing reverse sweeps and all those things. I still believe we haven't got the technique or the attitude to face those batsmen, because every now and then we see players playing these strokes and our bowlers are not used to of bowling through these type of players.
Well, certainly. Asif, you would agree that, 7 overs took a toll on us. We probably, went berserk and couldn't calculate this. But now, because we move on to the SCG, the question does come on who's going to be there. Majority sources claim Irfan Minhas might be that prime opportunity. I, for once, would like to see Sufyan Mukim. But then again, it's going to be the team management's decision.
I thought that you will ask me about the captaincy of Rizwan and his first T20 international. You know that what he has done, actually, he made a big mistake. And I don't know what the match referee and the umpires were doing there. After the revised rule, 2 bowlers have to bowl 2 overs each, and then 3 bowlers 1 over. But what happened, that the 3 Pakistani bowlers, they have bowled 2 overs each, and 6 overs gone. And that's why Naseem Shah was punished by Glenn Maxwell. 36 runs he has conceded. So that was the mistake. I think after winning the toss, when he went for the batting ball first, that was a good decision. Why? Because that the Pakistani fast bowler has done a miracle in the ODI series, and that's why he was relying on the fast bowling. But what happened actually, as Kashu was mentioning, and Heather Bhai said, that when Glenn Maxwell is there and you're expecting that he will play some orthodox shot, no, you cannot expect, especially when this is the 7 overs game. And he went for the reverse sweep and scoop shots and straight over over the bowler's head. So he was actually the big difference between these two teams. Now coming to the next game, I think that Rizwan is in big pressure now, because see, when your premier bowler is leaking these kind of runs, 36 runs in 2 overs. That is Naseem Shah, who was so good with his seam and swing in the first three ODI series. And once again, he was bowling length deliveries, he was under pressure. What could be the replacement of Naseem Shah? That's the number one question. Number two, that either he'll go with the spinner, as everyone knows that the people are talking about, and yes, talk of the town, that is Sufyan Mukim is with his magic spin, Chinaman. I think that you will bring him. And what about Niazi? Will he play, or you will go with Arafat Menhas? Because you have bench strength there. You have Umar bin Yusuf. I'm not talking about that you should drop to Sahibzada Farhan, because he has started in a stunning way. Of course, that when you're chasing and the asking rate is more than 14, you will definitely go and you will slog and you'll go for the big hits. So he has started well, 2 boundaries, and then of course it was a top edge, a quick delivery. I think, but still there is a slight margin that either you'll go with Umar bin Yusuf or with Hasibullah. I would like, and I would love to ask to both of you guys and Hyder bhai, have you enjoyed Hasibullah's cameo or not?
Well, I would have loved it if he would have opened the innings as well. I think bringing him at number 7 was just a harsh decision. But then again, 7 overs of cricket doesn't say a lot.
Yeah.
We've got more things to discuss. You take a look at this report and then we continue.
The Champions Trophy arrived in Pakistan as the prestigious silverware will be taken on a tour around the country from November 16 to 24. The Pakistan Cricket Board said the trophy tour is scheduled to go ahead even as there is uncertainty over the venue of the prestigious 50-over tournament, which is returning to the cricket calendar after 7 years. The ICC Champions Trophy 2025 trophy tour kicks off in Islamabad on 16th November, also visiting scenic travel destinations like Sakardu, Murree, Hunza and Muzaffarabad. Catch a glimpse of the trophy with Sir Faraz Ahmed lifted in 2017 at the Oval. From 16 to 24 November, PCB said in a social media post, there has been a delay in announcing the schedule of the Champions Trophy amid uncertainty over India's travelling to Pakistan. The Indian Cricket Board has informed the International Cricket Council that it wouldn't be travelling across the border due to the security concerns.
Well, there you have it. All you need to know about the trophy tour as well that has now arrived in Pakistan. Sir Haider, what would you like to add? All is set now for Pakistan to host the Champions Trophy. The trophy is one such significant event. The other day, we had the official promo launch with the Pakistan colour, green, truck art, everything on display. How would you like to add the proceedings?
It's very good for us that at least we have got the trophy before the tournament. So we can make sure that trophy is there in Pakistan. So I think it's a sign of the schedules of the Champions Trophy will be revealed in next years, I think so. But most important is that why the ICC is not making a clear stance about the Champions Trophy. They are doing everything to make popular the Champions Trophy. They are revealing the monograms, logos, trophy, pictures, everything. But why are not still clear about the schedule and the hosting of the Champions Trophy, entire hosting of Champions Trophy in Pakistan? This is the question. I think it's just they are trying to cover something and they are going for a big decision which is could be a negative. I think they are doing something like sweet popcorn to Pakistan that we are doing for you. We are making something for you. We are making a trophy tour in Pakistan. And you should not make some noise about it for the scheduling of the Champions Trophy. And just after some days, they will come with some big decision. It is really unfair with the Pakistan and with the cricket. That is, I would say that ICC is becoming a second United Nation where no resolve, no decisions, no commitment, only the words, and then they will go after. In the end, they go with someone which is not in the favor for all of them. This is the problem, and I think Pakistan should go hardly about it. That if the Champions Trophy will not be played in Pakistan, then they will not enter in any type of the tournament in ICC wherever in India or everywhere, because ICC is not doing their words as they have decided 2 years ago.
Well, certainly. And to discuss this further, now we've been joined on Sports Extra by a senior sports journalist, a senior cricket commentator, one of the leading historians of cricket that we talk about as well. And we're very glad that he's joining us after it's been a while since we had him. Raja Asad Saab joins us. Assalamu alaikum, Raja Saab. Welcome to Sports Extra, sir.
Walaikum salam, Ahmed Nawaz. Thank you very much. You have been very kind and very gracious for by making myself flying high in the air. PTV, of course, is a second home like me. I started, going to PTV Lahore when I was 13-year-old, and since then I've been going to PTV. So it's wonderful to have you with myself. And any question you can ask, and I would be able to answer the good questions.
Certainly, sir. I would like to ask you about the Champions Trophy and everything that is unfolding. Now, the trophy has arrived in Pakistan as well. Obviously, this is a very significant development. But one side's belligerent attitude has, time and time again tarnished the game that we all love. It's all about inclusivity. The ICC is looking towards, an inclusive game. The number of nations is increasing. Everything, with each passing day looks to be a great moment for the world of cricket. Apart from only one side, like I said, which has really politicized this game.
You rightly said. I tell you, to start with, the Chairman Cricket Board, Mr. Mohsen Naqvi, has rightly, expressed his point of view according to the aspirations and desires of the cricket fans in Pakistan. This is not a cricketing matter. It's more of a political and, of course, legal. And PCB has rightly questioned ICC. I think all guns should be now towards the ICC. I tell you, there were two other historical examples that can be quoted, rightly be quoted during this process. As in 2003, I was in South Africa. Zimbabwe has to hold a couple of matches. England refused to go there. But the tone of Malcolm Speed and David Morgan was very friendly. They expressed their sorrow, their sadness that things are not going the same way that they should have. Now, coming back again to that contest, into the 1996 Cricket World Cup. You remember, I think you were a kid in those days. West Indies and Australia, they refused to go to Sri Lanka on the pretext of some bombing that took place in suburbs of Colombo, that we are not safe there. Then what happened? Sri Lanka was granted 2 points each, and they automatically qualified for the quarterfinal that was played in Faisabad. I was doing the commentary. By all means, I tell you, this is entirely a different story, a different perspective. And now, onward, what Pakistan should do and what Pakistan is doing, that it should be dealt with, in accordance to the legal and, of course, the signed agreement between all the members, the 8 members, when Pakistan will look at this coveted trophy, the Champions Trophy. And secondly, I tell you, one more important thing is about Mr. Modi. I think you have partly touched that aspect. We should always remember the golden saying of the founder of Pakistan, Qaid-e-Azam Muhammad Ali Jinnah, that you have seen them as your subordinate. We ruled the subcontinent for 1,000 years, the Muslims. And now you haven't seen them, ruling you. God forbid. We are now in a position, I tell you, Pakistan as a powerhouse of cricket in Southeast Asia. You remember, you take the history, you see how we have a superiority over our counterpart, the Indians, in hockey and cricket. Today, I came to know that we have beaten them in baseball as well. But I tell you, coming back to the point.
Rasab, I'm going to come back to that. I'd like you to stay with us online, because another major development of Pakistan cricket right now is where Fox Cricket and its commentators have named Javed Miandad Saab as one of the best batters for Pakistan. Let's take a look at this report and then we continue.
Fox cricket commentators Adam Gilchrist and Michael Vaughan have named Pakistan famous captain and coach Javed Miandad as the greater batter produced by the country. The duo was asked for their top 3 picks in a segment hosted by the channel during the 3rd ODI between Pakistan and Australia. Just like a few days prior, when Wasim Akram and co were asked to name their picks as best players from the country. Both the Australian and the former English captain named Javed Miandad as their number 1 pick ahead of some of the greatest batters to come out of the country. Miyadad, a fearless cricketer in his time, beat out Inzamam ul Haq and Muhammad Yusuf in Gilchrist list while he was ranked above Babar Azam and Inzamam. The former captain of the Pakistan cricket team scored a staggering 8,832 test runs for his side in 124 matches, while also adding 7,381 runs from 233 matches on ODI cricket. Gilchrist argued that Miyadad had to face superior bowling lineups in his time, which swayed the results in his favour.
Well, there you have it. All you need to know about the great Javed Miyadad Saab. Rai Saab, what would you like to add? Because obviously you have seen that glorious era.
I have seen Javed Miyadad from the very first day when he was made his debut against the New Zealanders. He was scoring runs like a machine. But still, I believe I cannot articulate Javed Miyadad with great Hanif, 337 runs. In those days, there was no covers. There was when Miyadad was, playing at his peak. Then came the neutral umpires. But great Hanif, when he went, to his peak or his early days, there was no covering of the wickets. There was no neutral umpires. By all means, this is a fact. This Miyadad has reached greater heights, and he was the one who single-handedly won many memorable victories for Pakistan. They have rightly said, but still I believe that great Hanif and Miyadad should not be separated. They were both great, and I would give 50-50. And to an extent, I would give some more marks to great Hanif. But nevertheless, I would simply say that this evaluation needs further discussion by the top expert in Pakistan who have seen Hanif playing. So both are Pakistani. We are proud of both of them. But still, I think that I would reckon Hanif slightly, at a higher place than Javed Miyadad.
Right, sir. Definitely. Thank you very much, Raisa, for joining us. And I believe, obviously, there's no comparison of Sir Hanif Mohammad. But I think post Sir Hanif's era, Javed Miyadad Sahab could be regarded as, once you saw that modern day cricket at that time being played as well, that really became special. But thank you very much, Sir Raisa, for joining us. Now we move on to the Qaid-e-Azam Trophy. Let's take a look at this report.
In a lineup with impressive figures of 7 of 28, leading to Hyderabad being bowled out for just 99 runs in their second innings. At Mirpur Cricket Stadium, Karachi Blues defeated Dera Murad Jamali by an innings and 56 runs. Karachi added just 13 runs to their overnight total of 144 of 8, giving them a 107-run lead. Abbottabad region leads the point table of Group A with 57 points. From Group B, Rawalpindi region leads with 61 points, whereas Sialkot region holds 57 points.
Well, there you have it. All you need to know about the first-class structure and the latest of updates courtesy of Malika in this report of the Qaid-e-Azam Trophy. Asif, what would you like to add about this and obviously the fact that Miyadad as one of the greatest?
Well, actually, first of all, the only one thing that is Javed Miyadad, when I have watched him in 1992, and after that, of course, everyone knows that his abilities, to see his stellar career, and the one thing that is his resilience, the match-winning innings. What a player he was, and what a personality he is. Legend and rightly said by the Fox commentators. Yes, Raja Asad Sab could disagree. He's a senior pro. He's a senior commentator. Now coming to the Qaid-e-Azam Trophy. Yes, we enjoyed the fifer of Mohammad Musa, and we've been asking this question, Ahmed, that where is Mohammad Musa? And thank you very much, Pakistan Cricket Board, for once again that...
he was opening the batting for his club side recently. So it's great to see him bowling again.
Yeah, great to see him bowling again. And these pitches, they are really helping for the fast bowlers.
Right.
And we could see some rise and swing
Certainly.
there. Yeah.
Certainly. Kashif, the stellar season, Islamabad at number 2, but Abbottabad seems to be dominating. What would you like to add?
I don't want to see these pitches again. It's so much greenish in nature. I couldn't find these pitches anywhere in the world except for the Pakistan's domestic season, and that is primarily the Qaid-e-Azam Trophy, not even in the departmental cricket.
Kashif, it's happening after a long time.
Yes, certainly, but
Yes.
but me and Kashif have that aura that have that privilege that we stood on the pitch before this Islamabad match took place, and I was actually deciding where's the pitch.
Yes. We were the ones actually who was coming up with the advice of making this one.
Yeah. So we were saying where's the pitch. So it was very, very much adamant. But sir, Haider, what would you like to add very quickly about first Javed Miandad sab and then Pakistan's stellar tournament Qaid Azam Trophy underway?
I would say that Javed Miandad is a legend of cricket, not only the Pakistan but international cricket also. I would repeat the words of Tony Craig. Tony Craig said Javed Miandad is a person like that. Without him, the cricket history is incomplete. Aggressive in attack, solid in defense, panther of the field, a man who has turned over the cricket into a very big entertainment cricket. Before the Javed Miandad, cricket was such boring and such type of the game where the people, they were not interested to watch the cricket live. But Javed Miandad is a person who has turned the cricket into an aggressive cricket, and he was the person in 1992 World Cup who has got the winning.
Thanks for joining us as well, and thank you very much to Kashif and Asif for joining us. That of course wraps up Sports Extra, but before we go, it's all about Mike Tyson and Jake Paul at the moment. The intensity is increasing with each passing second. You take a look at this report, but for me and the entire team, it's goodbye for now.
The stage is set for a monumental clash in the boxing world as former undisputed heavyweight champion Mike Tyson prepares to take on YouTube sensational turned professional boxer Jake Paul in an 8-round match. Paul, 27, has quickly risen through the ranks of boxing, turning his early fame from social media into a legitimate sports career with a professional record of 10-1, including 7 knockouts. The Ohio native's momentum was solidified with a decisive victory over Mike Perry, a veteran of UFC and bare knuckle fighting championship, this past July. However, standing opposite Paul in the ring is the legendary Tyson, now 58, whose unparalleled career has spanned decades and whose ferocity in the ring remains etched in history. Tyson kept his focus solely on Paul, the 27-year-old Paul said, emphasizing his intent to bring new energy to the sport. Paul has repeatedly stated that he aims to become the biggest superstar in boxing.